Hi, it's Claire, your intuitive reader. Am I reading your story today? Let's find out. If you're new to the channel or returning, welcome, and I hope you stay for the whole story. Please like, subscribe, comment, share if you feel inclined to, if it resonates. That's greatly appreciated. I'm really glad you're here. I've been sitting with your energy, getting ready to tell the story. I keep on saying that. So let's get to it. You started off with, you're showing up in this reading as the Queen of Wands. So that's really balanced energy. Your passions and your ideas are moving forward because you are balanced. You understand what it takes, the amount of pressure, the amount of restraint it takes to produce abundance. This is really great. It's practical, but it's also exciting energy. And that is crossed with the Six of Cups. And this is saying that, you are really embodying your inner child. You're very comfortable with who you are. At a core level, you know who you are, and you can always call back to that place to ground yourself and center yourself. It's a deep place. There's deep cups of fulfillment and groundedness, and you are just embracing who you are, that inner child, and that's really giving you that this passion and this vitality that children have. You are embodying that, and you are also being very practical. You are taking this abundance. We have a lot of flowers in these cards. We have a sunflower and the Queen of Wands. We have these daisies and the Six of Cups, and here you have what looks like some flowers in the background and vegetation. So there's a lot of growth here. You are growing from a place of strong feelings and manifestation and balance, really in touch with the duality of your childlike and your adult aspects to create this very balanced, you have these two pillars person who can manifest. The High Priestess sits there, she knows, he knows. Remember, I got a comment. So there is no gender in tarot. It's not a political issue. There's just no gender. This is an energy. We all have male and female aspects, and this card coming up shows that your male and female aspects, your yin yang, are in balance. You're really tempering that fire, because see here, you are sitting as the Queen of Wands, but you also have crossed by the Six of Cups, that fire and water, keeping it tempered, to create that balance. And you're manifesting from this. You're in control of your emotions. You're in control of your actions. You're in control of yourself, not from holding on, but actually just being very grounded and centered. And this is allowing you to manifest as the Magician. This is kind of cool because you're here as the High Priestess. That's amazing, but you're manifesting from that place. This is how you are interacting in the world. This is how you are coming from a spiritual aligned place, and this is how you're manifesting in the world. And so it's actually 2, 1, but it can also be read as you're taking this fire here and this drive and manifesting. See, they're very similar, and they're producing the Magician qualities. And see, especially when you combine all these cards, this is a pretty force to be reckoned with. Your energy is really incredible. I'm trying to keep myself nice and calm because, This is a reading about you guys. It's not my, I have to make sure that my energy isn't interfering with your story. So at the crowning, so the foundation is the High Priestess. So it's a very grounded, very balanced energy to have in your foundation. It is like your solid, your bedrock. And then you crowning your spread, you have the devil. And the devil in this instance is a good thing. This is kind of like talking about, you guys are all here listening to tarot readings, so you are probably seen quite, kind of as a fringe believer in things. And this is saying that we need, to embrace these things about ourselves. Really, if you're going to listen to tarot and you're going to believe in the, something greater than yourself, and you're going to believe in manifestation, it's really embodying that. It's having that balance, because this is what you have at the crown of your spread, and this is what you have at the foundation. This is embodying that. Usually it's this way. You have in your crown, you have the crown. You have the third eye. You have your throat chakra. These are up above, and this would be down below. Like keeping your sacral and root chakras a little under control so that you can manifest and think clearly. What this is saying is actually you are thinking very clearly. You are able to speak into existence the truths and clarities that you see. And what the universe, what the divine needs you to pull into this to balance it out is more of that instinctual, fundamental level of who you are. You've done a lot of that work. You are feeling very balanced. It also needs to be balanced with that earth energy, that deep into the earth energy, that root of who we are, balanced with this very grounded, spiritual, or instinctual intuition nature. If we're here too much, if we're always in this as our foundation and we don't mix it with what drives us, what our hidden desires are, because in order to move forward as the Queen of Wands, you really have to have that fire, in order to really drive the things you want. You have to harness and focus your desires into manifesting, from a place of understanding yourself. If these things sneak up on you, if they're hiding out in the corners of your mind, they'll leak out instead of you having them as a force behind your creation, which I really feel like is what you guys need, because this is saying that, you're the Queen of Pentacles. So like all this really grounded energy, this manifestation within the world, this card is very similar in this deck to the Empress card. And yes, the Empress has another quality. This one is very like, I'm taking what I have and I am creating. I am feeling this abundance, all this gold, all these flowers, the rabbit here, following your curiosity about who you are down, like follow the rabbit down the rabbit hole, see where it goes. Where are the hidden places within yourself that are untapped resources on your manifestation? There is probably something within you that you are afraid to look at, but if you were to look at it, you'd find that it is the key to your manifestation. Like, you have it within yourself. It is not outside of yourself. What ends up happening is people shine light and bring focus to these shadowy areas, and we get uncomfortable instead of realizing they are actually giving us a gift, the ability to see an area of ourselves that could actually power our entire existence, our new path, our new light. You are the Queen of Wands. You need that fire. You need that movement, that passion. And there's a lot of grounded energy here. There's also a lot of air, and there's really healthy emotional balance here. So that's great. It's really finding what your core is. You know, here with this, with the Six of Cups, is all about you know, your childhood, that inner piece of your inner child. And really, you've been probably told that what you desire and what you want and what, you know, what powers you, what motivates you, what inspires you is maybe not acceptable. And what I'm telling you is re-examine why you think that you're so awful, that you think that what you create or think or is just so unacceptable that you can't even look at it yourself. Because I think a lot of people have used those thoughts to control you. And I'm saying, you know, you do not need to put on the blindfold anymore and go blindly which way someone tells you. It's time to take this off. This is the energy around you. And it's like, no, you've been blind all this time. I've been able to feed you information and give you the direction I want you to go, which has made you easier to control. This spread is all about taking off the shackles that you have put on yourself, that you are limiting your creation because of. I mean, to have the High Priestess, I mean, have the Queen of Wands come out as you. You know, male or female, does not matter. This is an energy. This is a creation through passion, through drive, through focused, concerted effort, because you are moving forward with all your, geez, I don't know what's going on. A lot of confirmation there. There's a lot of fire. I'm getting a lot of fire, you know. So maybe you're getting some physical manifestations that you're having fire. There's some ideas that are coming up and they're bubbling up. And you're so used to just, you know, I'm going to sit here and be so controlled and stuff. And the universe is saying, actually, to manifest this, you need that to take that wand in your hand and blaze your own path. A path that may bring you into situations within yourself or within your environment that make you uncomfortable. But the divine is saying that's okay. Like, that's going to create something really beneficial, really prosperous here in the 3D. But you've got to remember who you are. Like, deep down, remember who you are. Who are you? Who are you when no one's there, when you're not judging yourself? You know, tell yourself to stop it. If you wouldn't allow someone else to speak to like, if you would never speak to someone the way you speak to yourself, you need to realize that you're being harmful to yourself. You're being not great to yourself. And if you don't think other people deserve to be abused, then you shouldn't abuse yourself. Like, I think we really need to do a remembering that hurting someone's feelings isn't acceptable, which it means hurting your own feelings. Every time you want to say something mean to yourself, imagine you're saying it to you at 4 years old. Can you still say it? Because this spread is telling me that's who you're talking to. Your inner child believes that. Your inner child believes, because you're creating the environment that your inner child manifests from, because children are the one that manifest. And we have to embrace and nurture and support our inner children so that we can manifest, because children believe anything is possible. And in order to manifest, you have to truly feel that. And the way to do that is to love your inner child, to embrace the things that, you know, make a schedule and make sure that you put in a little bit of time to really do something your inner child would want to do. Something that maybe you're like, oh, that's just ridiculous. Why am I doing that? Because you're doing it for your inner child. And, like, this is telling me that you're feeling kind of like, oh, there's only these options and I have to make a choice, and it doesn't seem like there's a good choice here. And this is saying there are better options coming. So if you feel like you're not in a place where you like the options you're being given, spend a little more time really delving into what you want to do, your hidden desires. What would you do if you could start all over, blink your eyes, no one was around you, nothing? What would you do? What would make that inner child happy? What would fulfill you? Because, then the last two cards you have of your spread are the Empress, and I was just talking about that. And the Lovers. I mean, these are really great cards. I mean, it's basically saying, because you've got the Queen of Pentacles, the Magician, the High Priestess, the Six of Cups, the Queen of Wands. These are really great energies. It is showing you, if you continue this, if you continue delving into who you are and really accepting yourself for who you are and what you want and really going for it. I mean, full force, like if you were just like had no responsibilities at all, what would you put all your heart and soul into? What would really fill you up? What would really make you happy? Is it, I mean, because what I get is feeling comfortable within your own body. You want to feel that maybe you're just like, well, I'm too old for love. I've been hurt too many times. Everybody I attract is a crazy psycho. Yes, like this is saying, there are better options. Be patient. You don't need to just take the first sword that comes along, or the first cup that comes along. You need to really look at it like, yeah, I could settle. Haven't you settled enough? That's what this is saying to me. You have settled enough. It is time to really own who you are. Really feel yourself and realize that you are manifesting everything and you're on fire. You're like a hot commodity. Like, you'd have to beat off these people eventually. Like, your frequency is going to change so much once you tap into this hidden, I just keep hearing a battery, this hidden fuel source, this hidden magma. Like if you were like if you're boring down into who you are and you're going deeper and deeper, and then you hit this magma, this strength, this, if anybody's seen a volcano, this lava, it is like nothing else. It changes, it creates obsidian. It's an incredible amount of energy, and this is within you. And so once you find that hidden source of energy, of force, of creation, you're going to change so much that the people around you will be drastically affected. They can't help but be. It is like when you tap into, like a volcano, or you're drilling down and you hit this vein of pure energy, and you're like, whoa, it can't help but affect everything around it. We've been getting solar flares, and that is affecting, our radio frequencies. It affects the atmosphere, creating the auroras. I mean, I live in California. I have missed them because of some things that were going on. I was doing other things, but there have been auroras here, like right over major bridges, and like things that many of us have never seen in our areas. They're affecting our atmosphere, which is affecting our frequencies. So it's really, if we tap into this universal energy, if we tap into, we are connected to everything, we can all find our our vein of energy, and then manifest from that. If we all do that, we can change the entire world. And I mean, I'm really excited by this. I listened to another reader, and she said something about how, you know, your energy affects those around you. If you're sad, if you're happy, if you're feeling this way, if you're feeling that way, it really deeply impacts others around you, because we are all connected. It was like, oh, I understood that on a conceptual level, but I'm really feeling it. It's like the more I tap in with you guys, the more I read your energy and your story, the more I feel that we are all on this wonderful journey together, and we are all starting to wake up to what our full potential is. Like, it's much easier to control people when they don't know what their true core power is, when they don't realize that all they have to do is really tap into themselves, and they can change the world the way they want it. And once the people who have frequencies that want to create a better, kinder, loving world all realize that they have the power to come together and do that, it will be a monumentous occasion. And I really look forward to going on that journey with you guys. I'm going to see if there's anything that this other deck wants to clarify. You know, I did get the Lovers, and I do feel like it's not something that everyone's looking for, but as your frequency changes, you're going to attract love. It doesn't have to be sexual. Some people are not sexual, or they're already with somebody, but it's a fire. It's a passion for being with others who resonate like you do. You know, you can't help but attract love when you radiate at a high frequency. And that's it makes people uncomfortable sometimes. But then when you realize that people are just attracted to light, you realize it's a gift that you would never want to give up. None of these cards want to come out. I thought I was going to get you guys. Oh, here, let's do these. These are pretty cool. So let's see. I thought I was going to get a card out of there, but it was like, no, I'm not giving you a card. It does not want to give us cards. Here, let's see. Okay. I'm getting lots of wands. Like I said, picking a direction, using, oh, okay. Card just flew out. Yep. What was I just saying? The Page of Wands flew out. So this is a message about a passion. It's, yeah, you're able to get things done. Like I said, you're feeling this. I mean, I guess we're just going to keep getting the same cards if I keep picking them. So, you know, your energy is great. Your passion is great. You're on the right track. Hold tight. Really do the work. Really have faith in yourself. You are the High Priestess. You are the Empress. You are the Magician. And you're doing this from a place of really being true to yourself, of really remembering who you are and nurturing your inner child. This is beautiful energy. I love you guys. I hope you stayed for the story. I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Oh, like, subscribe, comment, and share. It really helps the channel, and I get to talk to more people, and I get to connect with you guys, and it makes sure that when I make something, that it gets in your notifications. Otherwise it gets kind of lost. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye.